Hey everyone, this is Adam from UAV Coach, and today we are going through the best tips to capture awesome sunrises and sunsets with your drone. Like most drone pilots, I have been obsessed with flying my drone during these golden hour times, and I want to share my personal tips to help you get the most out of your shots. So let's fly in. First, planning is crucial. Before heading out, check the weather forecast. Clear skies are good, but as we all know, clouds can add drama and more color to your shots. Use apps like photo pills to track the exact times for sunrise and sunset and to see the sun's position. Arrive early to set up and scout for the best locations. Also, just like any flight, make sure to charge your batteries, and if you have any extra, have them ready for use. Next, consider your location. Look for interesting foreground elements like trees, buildings, or bodies of water to add depth to your shots. And remember to make sure that your location is legal for drone flights and to always follow local regulations. Now let's talk about camera settings. Switch your drone to manual mode to have full control over your shots. For the best results, use a low ISO setting, typically as close to 100 as possible. This helps minimize noise. If you are filming, remember to double your shutter speed from your frame rate. So if you are filming at 30 frames per second, use a shutter speed of 1/60th of a second. If you are filming at 25 frames per second, use a shutter speed of 1/50th of a second, and so on. If you stray from this rule, your footage will end up choppy and not that pleasing to look at. If you are just taking photos, adjust your shutter speed to light up your scene accordingly. For aperture, have it around f8 to f11 for a larger depth of field. For sunrise, since it will start out dark and become light, you will probably need to put your aperture around f2.8 and adjust it as the sun rises more. You would do the opposite for sunset, as it will start out light and get darker over time. A bonus tip is to adjust the white balance. This can not only affect the colors of the image or video, but also give you, the pilot, more confidence in your shots. I personally like to range from 6500 Kelvin to 7500 Kelvin. This allows me to capture nice warm tones in the camera. If you forget about this, you can adjust it in editing, but again, it can help you feel a lot better about the shots you are capturing in the moment, which in turn can push you to capture more awesome photos and videos that you might have not thought of otherwise. For taking photos, shoot in RAW. And for video, if your drone has the option, shoot in D-Log. If you can't, that's all right. These modes just give you more flexibility in post-processing to adjust the colors, shadows, highlights, and more. Finally, it's important to know how and when to use ND filters. For those of you who don't know, ND filters kind of act like sunglasses for the camera. They clip onto the front of the camera and darken the scene, depending on the type of filter you have. They usually range from 8 to 32, with the higher numbers providing a darker filter. These are great for when you are filming and want to keep your shutter speed double your frame rate. Using 1/60th of a shutter speed brightens up the shot a lot, sometimes overexposing it completely. That's where ND filters come into play. They allow you to use those shutter speeds while keeping the frame balanced. I bought the ones from DJI that were included in the Fly More combo, but there are multiple companies you can check out. When you're flying during the day, I'll usually use an ND filter of 16 or 32 and keep it on the entire time. For sunrises and sunsets, it requires a bit more work. For sunrise, since it will start dark out, you most likely won't need one. As it begins to get brighter out, so maybe 10 to 15 minutes after the sun rises, you might want to land your drone and pop on an ND8 or 16 filter, depending on the location. For sunsets, you will do the opposite. You might start out an hour before the sun drops below the horizon and have on an ND16 or 32 filter. However, as it slowly gets darker out, you might need to land and switch to an ND4 or 8 or not use one at all. Lastly, framing your shot is key to creating stunning visuals. You can use compositional techniques like the rule of thirds or leading lines to help compose your shot. For more information on those, check out this video here. Experiment with different angles and perspectives to add variety to your shots. The fun part is that there is really no right way to film or photograph a sunset or sunrise. I've filmed shots where the camera is pointed directly at the sun, where the sun is off to the side, and where the sun is behind the drone. Each location will provide you the creativity to choose which shots you want to get. Over time, you'll learn what moves you like the best and get a better feeling on what settings to use and when. If you want to learn some easy cinematic shots to practice, check out this video here or in the link below. An important tip to remember is as the sun rises or sets, the lighting conditions will change rapidly. Just like switching ND filters, you'll need to be ready to adjust your settings on the fly. For taking images, you'll probably adjust your shutter speed and aperture more. And with filming, you'll probably adjust your aperture, ISO, and ND filters more. Overall, capturing stunning sunrise and sunset shots with your drone takes practice and patience, but the results are incredibly rewarding. With careful planning, the right settings, and creative composition, you can create breathtaking images and videos that showcase the beauty of these golden hours. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. And we'd love to know, are you a sunrise or sunset pilot? Let us know in the comments, and until next time, blue skies and safe flying.